What's up everyone, Jiminy Cricket from TeamSoulIntent bringing you guys another deck profile today. And as you can see right away, we are showing off Relinquished. I've had this deck for a couple of years. I haven't really played it too much since the format of like Sabers and Infernities, and that was a really long time ago, so I kind of wanted to reformat it a bit and see what we can do in the new meta. So this is what I came up with. We have 3 Relinquished, and for you guys who don't know any of the cards in this deck, or you know some of them and you don't know a few of them, just go ahead and pause and read the effects. And then afterwards, after I go through the numbers, the number crunching, I'll go ahead and, explain my choices. So 3 Relinquished, 3 Djinn, Releaser of Rituals, 3 Manju of the 10,000 Hands, 1 Chaos Sorcerer, 1 Black Luster Soldier, 1 Dark Grepher, 2 Armageddon Knights, 2 Tour Guide from the Underworld, 3 Necrogardna, 3 Effect Veiler, 1 Plague Spreader Zombie, 1 Dark Armed Dragon, and for our spells we have 3 Black Illusion Ritual, 2 Preparation of Rites, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, the 3 staples, 1 Allure, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 2 Torrential Tribute, and a Solemn Judgment. So we'll go ahead and explain our choices here, right? So we play 3 of the Djinn Releaser of Rituals. This is an amazing card, as you guys can see here. Locks down a lot of decks. I don't even need to go off on, how many decks it locks down. You can already, explain it yourself. Nobody likes facing up against a Christia, especially one that can absorb your monster and shit. So obviously Relinquished is an amazing card. This makes it much better than it already is on its own. 3 Manju of the 10,000 Hands, so we can search our Black Illusion Ritual or our Relinquished to our hand much faster. 1 Chaos Sorcerer, 1 Black Luster Soldier, because if you notice we play 3 Effect Veilers on top of the 3 light Manju of the 10,000 Hands. For a lot of you guys who thought he was dark, he's actually a light. We play 3 Necrogardnas, so we can protect our Relinquished after he's lost his, the monster that he's absorbed. This is also great, ditch targets for Armageddon Knight and Dark Grepher, so it makes it a little more consistent. Plus you can just set them with a Torrential or, to defend yourself off. It's really not all that bad to draw them. I mean, nobody likes drawing them, but it's not that bad in this deck. It's not like Light Sworns or anything. 2 Tour Guides, like I said, to fish out the Djinn. And it's pretty cool too because, Tour Guide is good on its own in any deck, just a 2, but to have, 3 targets means that when I play Tour Guide, I don't go for Tour Guide, and I have another one waiting for me next time, so it's pretty good like that. And like, the two Armageddon Knights and the Grepher, they ditch the Necrogardnas, the Releaser of Ritual, all that good shit, and they also ditch Plague Spreader. And we play 1 Dark Armed Dragon because we do have so much grave control between the Necrogardnas, the Djinns, and the Plague Spreader, on top of Armageddon Knight. It's pretty easy to control the grave for Dad. Anyway, we play our 3 Rituals, obviously, 2 Preparation of Rites, which becomes more like a Rhoda for, ritual monsters, and you can only grab a level 7 or lower, but luckily Relinquished is a level 1. So we grab Relinquished and we add the Black Illusion Ritual from our graveyard back to our hand if possible. 3 Mystical Space Typhoons, because this deck doesn't like to face Macrocosmos or Skill Drain or anything unexpected, so there's also more to having MST in the main also, because if you notice we do side into Safe Zone with Fossil Dynas and Thunder Kings. MST will help you, and I'll explain that in a minute. We play 1 Foolish to pair up with the Grepher and the 2 Knights. Obviously your 3 staples. An Allure to ditch Necrogardnas or anything dead, or if I need to, try and clutch a little bit. Again, this is just to search out our Grepher and our Knights, but however, if those are all gone, you can actually search a Necrogardna, and it's nice too to not have a dead Rhoda, so with 6 warrior targets in the deck, it's not really ever dead. 2 Torrential Tributes, this is really our powerhouse control card, because most of the time you'll be setting a Necrogardner or a releaser of Ritual, and your opponent's going off like a madman, and it's like, that's fine, I'll just Torrential, and at the same time I pretty much plus off of it with these going into my grave. Not really a plus, but you benefit off of it. Solemn Judgment to control the field a little bit better and make sure that we don't get warninged and we don't get, Solemn Judgment back, So, the extra deck is pretty self-explanatory. I do play a lot of Synchro monsters, but I'm like pro half and half on the extra deck. And at the same time, if you play 3 Veilers in your deck, you better have an arsenal of Synchros to go into. You want to dip into your utility as often as possible. So we can make Mistworm through Veiler and 2 level 4s, or we can make Mistworm through Plague, a level 3 and a level 4. It's pretty easy. Scrap, because he's the shit. Scrap is the crap. We have Stardust, because Stardust is a staple Synchro monster in my opinion. If you can go into it, you might as well run it. Just like Scrap Dragon. Black Rose is here. Again, I also feel like another staple Synchro, but you're probably curious about the Arcanite Magician. This is because Chaos Sorcerer is a spellcaster, so we can normal summon Effect Veiler, or we can Monster Reborn an opponent's Effect Veiler, and just synchro up with that. Gaianite, because we just need a generic 6, a Catastor, and an Armory Arm. Armory Arm is a little hard to pull off. If you can Monster Reborn your opponent's level 2, or you can summon, Veiler, go for it, but really he's just there for like the worst case scenarios. And then all these are basically just, your staple Exceed monsters. The side deck's a little thrown together just for the video, but I'll explain it. We play 3 Fossil Dinos and 2 Thunder Kings to pair up with 3 Safe Zones, right? Because Safe Zone is an amazing card with Relinquished, especially if you've removed a releaser to summon Relinquished. This means your opponent cannot special summon as long as Relinquished is on the field, and with Safe Zone attached to him, that's, pretty fucking good. So, we side into Safe Zones mainly for that, but at the same time we can side into Fossil Dinos and Thunder Kings depending on who we're facing. And if at any time we want to get rid of those monsters and, your opponent's not getting rid of them, you can Mystical Space Typhoon your Safe Zone and make that monster die. No big loss in the end if you're gonna, go off for your turn. 3 Fiendish Chains, because if I'm going up against Macrocosmos, I can't use Effect Veiler, so we go into the Fiendish Chains. But that does kind of suck because, we devoted so much extra deck space to Synchro monsters. And that I also forgot to mention that I should be playing a Slacker Magician, but I'm really not sure what to take out yet. And you guys who try this out, I highly recommend putting Slacker Magician in the extra deck. But if you feel you want to take out the Arcanite, that's totally your call. But this is just like my rule when it comes to Effect Veiler and Chaos Sorcerer. To go with the Fiendish Chains and stuff, we also have 3 Compulse, just in case there's anything we don't like and we want to go back to the hand or to the extra deck. Fuck you, monster. That's what Compulse says. And then a warning to do the same purpose as Compulse, but also to negate the activation of Macrocosmos. So that was my deck profile, guys, for Relinquished. Let me know what you think. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions and you want to know more about it, go ahead and leave a comment and I'll get back to you. And that's pretty much all I have to say. He's an amazing card. He's one of my favorites because he's old school Yu-Gi-Oh! And I hope you guys give him a shot. He doesn't see enough field time these days. And I'm sure some of you have to agree with me. So anyway, guys, this has been Jiminy Cricket representing Team Soul Intent once again, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.